Just setting up my streams, just a second. Hello, and welcome back to White Noise Level 3 podcast. This is Tiwanaku from South Florida, Miami specifically. I am streaming live as per usual, the trifecta. YouTube, my YouTube channel, White Noise Level 3. The audio on Spreaker or anywhere. iHeart is White Noise Level 3. And then my Twitch channel, which is Tiwanaku LLC. I have all the links in my description. So please subscribe, especially if you want to see me, then, go to the visual platforms, which would be YouTube or Twitch. So hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube users. And most of my listeners are still on the podcast, so I'm trying to migrate everybody to the more visual platforms as well. So, well, today is a seismic shift that is fantastic. As you know, following my journey, I think I started with the tarot cards, then learning how to read that, then collecting some crystals. The funny thing about crystals is that I have a box of crystals, and then I think, okay, I'm going to take this one to work or something. And I'm going to put this one by my bed. And then lo and behold, they disappear. So I need to take better care of them. But at the same time, if they're somewhere, I'm sure they're somewhere, either in my car or in my house, then I guess they're doing their thing secretly. So that's good. But I need to get some more crystals. Then, of course, essential oils. I've got lavender for the evening. I love going to sleep with lavender, so that's still going on in my bedroom. I gifted the essential oil diffusers to my besties and to my family. And the big question is, well, what is your favorite oil? So that's apparently it's a big hit and they're constantly being used. So I hope you guys are following along and enjoying the many, many benefits of essential oils as well. So the third thing that I did is oh, just a second. I need to change this title here. All right. There we go. Which is pretty big. You can imagine the trajectory. I'm getting into astrology, and I love it because it's like a different language. You know, all the planets have their symbols. All the zodiac signs have their symbols, and uh, then I have my own birth chart. So the way how you get your own personal birth chart is that hopefully you know these basic things about yourself. Uh, your birthday, including the year, where you were born, so country, city, and the time. So I knew those three things. I have my birth chart. You can either do it yourself, that would take forever, or just use the free birth charts available online. And then, of course, the question is, now that I know what's important to me for my birth chart, then what is happening today? where I live. So I'm just starting to piece all of this together, and I'm making some really rookie mistakes. So they're actually kind of funny, but I'm trying to catch myself. So for December 28th, 2020, it appears we have a lot going on. As far as my daily tarot reading, and I didn't do it. I just, looked them up online. Uh, I need to focus, and I have too many options. So I need to continue my path and just continue on, what I'm doing. So let's see if that makes, I think that's a nice little umbrella for what's happening today with all the planets based on my birth chart. And a lot of these things are universal. So, in fact, all of them, but some of them apply to me specifically because of my birth chart, but all of this applies to everybody today. So today there's a lot going on. Just look up. First of all, there's a full moon. It's so beautiful. I noticed it last night when I was walking my dog, and I love it. It's just so beautiful. You can get, what is happening with the moon today at this very second or millisecond. There are free apps to do that. So I happened to look, and of course, because it's the daytime, then the moon, the distance of the Earth to the moon is actually coming closer. So you can see that. And then, of course, it tells you that it's a full moon today. So there's a lot that you can figure out. The second situation here is that where I live in South Florida, but this would probably apply to at least everybody on the East Coast. Beyond the full moon, of course, that's everywhere. But Mercury, the planet Mercury, is opposite the moon. So we continue on with the moon theme. And the moon represents emotions, and Mercury, the Mercury opposing the moon is basically telling you to focus on your feelings, especially how you react to people. So that's a nice little, headwind that's been narrowly averted by figuring out your astrology placements for the day. So we'll keep that in mind and just, kind of have a soft approach, I guess, to certainly to your boss, your manager, people that really matter. Your pets, I'm always soft with them. Oh, I forgot to light my candle. So here's my candle, everyone. Yay! Okay, getting my butane lighter, lighting my candle. Smells so good. Just remember to blow it out before you leave the room, especially if you have cats that are jumping around everywhere. So put this over here. Yay! Oh, it's so good. Okay. It's currently in the freshly baked pumpkin level, pumpkin pie. All right. Everything's just perfect in our little corner of the world that I'm sharing with all of you. And I love my viewers and listeners, so thank you for joining me live. All right, the other change here is that Pallas, P-A-L-A-S, Pallas, is squared to Uranus, and Uranus is retrograde. So let's see, what does Pallas mean? Oh, okay. So Pallas is like wisdom and knowledge, and then Uranus is a sudden change. So uh, use your wisdom and knowledge for any type of fluctuation today. And again, this doesn't just apply to me, it applies to anyone, certainly on the east coast of the US, if not, more amply amplified. Then we have Pallas again, which is an asteroid. I think it's the second largest. And it's squared with Ceres, which is the largest asteroid. And I think I saw in one of the YouTube videos, because I'm so confused, but since I'm in research and I'm curious about everything, I'm just looking up what these planets mean and asteroids and what they do together and all this that's going on to better explain it to myself and you guys. But I think Ceres is now like a dwarf planet because it's such a large asteroid or something like that. So that's cool. So Pallas square Ceres, remember these are the two asteroids, the two largest asteroids, I believe, indicates wisdom and knowledge, and then also to use your intuition on your own timing. So again, we have that kind of wisdom umbrella theme. And we've been talking about using intuition, for a number of other reasons on this podcast. White noise level 3. But it's also important to do it on your own timing. So don't feel like you need to rush, especially during this time of the pandemic where we're spending more time indoors. And at least I've really changed the way how I'm living my life in order to protect myself and others. So it seems like we definitely have more time than usual, right? For the most part. So don't rush and use your wisdom. Then we have the planet Venus. This is all happening today, people. The planet Venus and a sextile, which is a 60-degree angle with Vesta. And so that means we have the planet of love and beauty, and Vesta is more of a spark and like more of a, committed vocation of service. So that would probably speak to my service to my 2 dogs and 3 cats. I love them so much. I think I'm going to give my Shih Tzu a bath today. She really needs it. Okay, so that's what's going on today. And then we also have Mercury trine Mars. So Mercury is at a 30-degree angle today with Mars. Mercury is like the mind and the thinking. And then the whole Mars situation would be how you view the world, your worldview, how you react to people or events. So that's the Mercury part of it. And then Mars just gives you energy. So I guess you're going to be having some insights into how you interpret the world, the parade of whatever is happening in front of you. All right. So what is happening tomorrow? Because I'll be on tomorrow. The big thing tomorrow to start preparing for today is that the moon is changing signs to Capricorn. So that means more of an emphasis, I guess, in order and procedures. And we will be looking at that as well as reviewing today. Did any of these things actually happen today for me? So I don't know. It's just kind of fun, I love symbolic art. I studied Russian at a young age. In the university level, I took 2 semesters. So the fun part was once you figured out the Cyrillic alphabet and how to pronounce it, then it was just like, oh, I know how to read this. I can sign my name in Cyrillic. So at a young age, I always thought it was fun to figure out, the code of symbols, because to me, uh, Cyrillic is a symbol. It's not really, obviously, my native language. Um, but then at the end of the day, to discover astrology, oh my gosh, there's just like so much to it. Oh, so confused. I'm just like binging on all of this information. So hopefully by a month from now that we're doing this together, I should have a much better hold on what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, to me, it doesn't hurt. And apply what you want. If you don't like something, even with tarot or anything in life, if you, it's just like a friend, a air quotes friend or frenemy giving you advice. You take what you want or not. You just shrug it off. Oh, that's not for me. So if there's a bad reading or a bad planetary motion, something like that, then just, acknowledge it and shrug it off, because you're here to live a fantastic and fabulous life. So take the good and discard the bad. So that would be in everything, right? Okay, so closing that chapter. What else is going on today? I'm a little concerned about the throat situation that I have. My PCP must think that I'm a lunatic, including, my family that I was communicating this to. This is hilarious. This is such a me story. This is something that would happen to me, which it's just like, it's practically embarrassing. So one of my favorite salads down the street it's like the California salad. It's kale based. Love kale. I sit there and eat just raw kale. I don't know what is wrong with me. At work, it's just very uncomplicated. Kale is very sturdy, so it's not like lettuce. And I just eat raw kale. Like my rabbit that I had here. Petunia loved kale. So I'm finally getting on board with that. So it's the kale salad, all these other things, and it had wasabi peas. So wasabi peas was never really in my sphere of influence, but now it is. So I buy the little wasabi peas, and they're around like the nuts section. I'm feeling really cool. But, sometimes the wasabi, because I'm just eating the wasabi peas alone, right? Kind of has that wasabi effect where it's just, a reaction. It's coming through your nose. It feels like fire. And because I have hay fever and asthma, then it's still blocked. I have to use my nasal spray anyway. I'm a little bit nasal this morning. I just woke up, but I was excited to share what was going on with the planets today. But yeah, I mean, it's just I have to blow my nose and everything. Well, lo and behold, I really felt like my throat was tightening, and then it turns out I spoke with a family member who's a nurse as well, and I'm Googling online. I thought that the throat tightening meant that I had some kind of allergic reaction. I'm like, great. But it actually has to do with anxiety. And then what my family member told me, who's a nurse, apparently if you don't get this in check, then your entire digestive tract, all the way down, could tighten as well. It doesn't stop at your throat, it goes all the way down, and then it makes it very painful to eat. So that propelled me to write an email to my PCP. Oh, the throat is tightening. I'm drinking tea, doing these things. I guess if it doesn't go away in 2 weeks, like, what do I do? Then I was just kind of putzing around, and I saw the bag of wasabi peas, and then I looked up, because that was really the only new thing that I've been doing these past couple of days. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. So I look up wasabi peas, and lo and behold, it can cause some kind of, reaction that I had, which probably, could include the throat tightening. So I am off the wasabi peas completely, as much as I like them. And and the worst part is, right before I was doing all this and I wrote to my PCP, I just had a kale salad at home with wasabi peas, and I was feeling like really cool about it. I mean, you cannot make this up. Okay. So I had to ask him about refilling some prescriptions, and I said, "Oh, by the way, the throat thing could be a reaction to the wasabi peas." So he was probably like, but yeah, I mean, we'll check in about a week or 2 weeks and see if that really was the cause. But I'm really anxious to have the throat cleared up, especially since I do podcasts and it obviously affects my voice. So that just about wraps it up, guys. Please visit whitenoiselevel3.wordpress.com. Please click the PayPal donate link if you're so inclined and donate. My Siamese needs non-GMO, non-grain food because she's a Siamese and that's expensive. So any donations would go to her. And since they all kind of eat together and they have their little clique going on with the 3 cats, they all need to eat it, not just the Siamese. So that's what I'm dealing with. But yeah, I'll probably do a podcast just on that fairly soon. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow to see what is going on with all these planets and what they're supposedly supposed to do today. All right. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon. Drop a comment. Thanks.